avocado green pearl paint, black accents, orange and black interior inside. This is our first 2026 Volkswagen Atlas Peak Edition here at Volkswagen Brandon in Florida. And we need to go around this car and see what it's all about for the 2026 model year. What's good, guys? Welcome back to Ron's Rides. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another video where our first 2026 model year Atlas Peak Edition has arrived, looking absolutely brilliant like we know it before. So we need to see what's new with the 2026 model year, see what we have on this spec as far as additional options from what already comes with it, and then see that sticker breakdown and the pricing and see what it's all about. So with no further ado, let's check this thing out. And as always, big shout out to Volkswagen Brandon in Florida for letting me take a spin around this 2026 Peak Edition. Now, we know that the holidays are coming up and times are hard out there. So with that said, we want to support you guys like you support us. When you guys shop with Volkswagen Brandon in Florida and use the coupon codes either Ron's Rides or Ron's Rebates, well, they will give you $500 off your next Volkswagen Brandon vehicle just by supporting the channel. All right, so you guys use the coupon codes Ron's Rides or Ron's Rebates. We know you guys watch the videos and we will give you $500 off your next Volkswagen Brandon vehicle. Now, what are we looking at when it comes to performance underneath the hood of the 2026 Peak Edition? Well, we have a front engine all-wheel drive setup with a turbocharged intercooled 16-valve inline-4 engine, iron block, aluminum heads, and direct fuel injection. Now, that means 269 horsepower, 273 pound-feet of torque, paired with the 4Motion 8-speed all-wheel drive automatic. Well, we're looking at a 0 to 60 time in 7.3 seconds. Quarter mile time is going to be in 15.4 seconds. 0 to 100 miles per hour, 17.7 seconds, and a top speed limited to 117 miles per hour. Now, when we mention dimensions on the Peak Edition for 2026, we're looking at an overall wheelbase of 117.3 inches, a length at 200.7 inches, a width at 78.3 inches, a height at 70.4 inches, and an overall curb weight of around 4,630 pounds. Now here we are with the Atlas Peak Edition for 2026, our first one, and it's in beautiful avocado green pearl paint. Now, the Atlas Peak Edition is not new to this, it's true to this when it comes to this paint color because this paint color debuted on this car and now it has carried over to what you can compare this car to, which is the SEL Premium R-Line 4Motion, because that's basically what this Peak Edition is based on when it comes to overall trim level. But this color first started on the Peak Edition and it is still here in 2026. Now, what's gonna be different about that? Well, a lot, because this is more of a off-road package when it comes to the Peak Edition. So it's more modest when it comes to certain places, more rugged, and you know, it definitely gives a nice styling and flair. And in the interior, it's probably one of the best interiors you'll get in the Atlas. So first things first, let's start up front, because for 2026, well, there's no additional changes on the outside that you guys are gonna notice. Basically, for inside, you'll get your home link controls, you know, for your digital rearview mirror and everything like that. You'll get it free or included on certain trim levels and up. We'll talk more about that once we get inside. But first things first, Peak Edition is going to give us our VW logo front and center. All right, you guys will also see the LED light bar there as well, with the insert going all the way across, feeding right into the DRLs. Switchback turn indicators down here with the high beams and low beams. The IQ lighting looks phenomenal. We'll see it illuminated very shortly. Now you will also see when it comes to the overall grille, we have chrome up top, right? All right, for the first two bars. Second two bars, they're also horizontal, are in gloss black, and then you have gloss black for the rest of the grille bars with a functional feed-through for this whole thing. Then you have gloss black on the kind of boomerang feel when it comes to the front fascia that goes right here, and then right here over to the side blades. Fox when it comes to the overall feed-through, but you have plastic cladding here and then that aluminum trim there as well. You have black plastic cladding right here with the integrated sensor that comes over to the front, and then you guys will also see that silver trim on the top and lower half of the front lip. Fox on the very side of the grille, but then you come inside here and you guys will see that we do have a functional feed-through with integrated sensors in the grille here as well. All good, all functional, stylistic, and beautiful. This is the 2026 Atlas Peak Edition. Now, when it comes to the side profile, the Peak Edition gives off the off-road vibes. So much so, well, we have 18-inch gloss black alloy wheels with Continental Cross Contact ATR tires. These are on-road, all-terrain tires, all right, for these all seasons. And then you guys will see we have plastic cladding when it comes to the wheel well there. helping protect the paint, more for off-road. Same with the side skirts, all right, with the black cladding and that silver trim, again, when they're matching up with the front fascia, but to protect the paint. You will also see the Peak Edition badging in gloss black coming from the front fender to over the door with the mountain silhouette looking really cool in orange, and that's gonna give you kind of a preview of what we're gonna see inside. With the deep black pearl mirror caps there, black moldings around the window moldings with the B pillar and C pillar to match up with, and then black roof rails there as well with the glass panoramic roof, of course, and then the gloss black shark fin antenna right there as well with the avocado green pearl spoiler, gloss black for the side blades, the IQ lighting coming across the side. This is a gorgeous look, very rugged, very mountainous, very wilderness. I definitely love it in this paint spec. The rear profile, absolutely stunning. And you guys will see that this is a lot narrower than the SEL Premium R line, where it's a lot wider when it comes to the overall rear profile. So you guys can see it's more squatted like this, to where the Peak Edition is more up and down like this, more of a vertical feel versus a horizontal feel. So you guys can kind of see some of the styling differences where this is a little bit more taller, it feels like. Now, with that said, you guys will see the integrated third brake light right there in that avocado pearl paint. You guys will also see that we do have the VW logo front and center in this beautiful LED light bar housing with the IQ lighting. But we also have the black insert here, which looks awesome with the Atlas badging done in chrome. Now the SE trim lets you guys know that we do have the SE badging there as well. And then for motion, because we have all-wheel drive here, that all-wheel drive is gonna give us this tow hitch, and that tow hitch is gonna also have 5,000 pounds of towing, all right? So that towing capability. You guys will also see we do have the horizontal reflector to match up with the LED light bar for the same symmetry here, all the way across the span of the length of the vehicle. And then you guys will see the plastic cladding here that goes all the way through as well. Then we have that silver trim on the lower half with the integrated inserts, and then the rear diffuser with that honeycomb kind of look, Fox grille there, all right? But plastic cladding to help protect the paint with the Fox exhaust tips as well, and a chrome finish dual as well. What do you guys think when it comes to that rear profile of the Peak Edition? So when we talk about cargo here, we're talking about 3 rows, right? We have 21 cubic feet with that 50-50 rear third row folded up. How you see it now folded down, because we have the privacy shade there, well, we're looking at 56 cubic feet of space. So the privacy shade is right across here where you guys can pull this across. And this is part of an option that we added for the privacy shade here. And then for the second row there, well, you have a 60-40 split. When you fold down that 60-40 split, then we're looking at 97 cubic feet of space. So tons of room back here when it comes to this Peak Edition. Now for the third row passengers, you can see that they're gonna get stowage here. They're gonna get USB-C plugins only on this side where you get the USB-C, and then cup holder there as well, with the C pillar having HVAC vents on both sides. And again, cup holders here with stowage, but no USB-C, as I mentioned, on this side. Now you guys will also see we do have our 12-volt plug-in right here as well behind the seat belt. We have extra storage on the side here where we have a couple extra things like our roadside assistance kit. All right, that will be in the sticker breakdown. Another little side paneling here, and keep in mind that we do have the LED lighting there as well to help illuminate everything. And then of course we do have the cargo mat to protect the carpet underneath. Lift that up as well, and you see what falls forward under here as well with extra storage and tools there for you as well. Of course, we're gonna have a one-touch close when it comes to our cargo tailgate. What do you guys think when it comes to the Atlas Peak Edition? When it comes to fuel economy, we're looking at 21, 19, 25. That means 21 combined city and highway, 19 for the city, 25 miles per gallon for the highway, and regular fuel goes inside of this Atlas Peak Edition. So of course, we have to talk about the illumination on this Peak Edition with the LED light bar and the VW logo illuminated. You will also see the LED light bar flowing right into the headlamps. The DRLs up top with the switchback turn indicators between bright white and amber on the lower half and side, with the IQ lighting, high beams and low beams there as well. And then the turn indicator, right, on the deep black pearl mirror cap. And then of course the LED light bar in the rear with this IQ lighting and the black insert with the red housing. Looking awesome. What do you guys think? VW logo also illuminated there as well. This is a great illumination on this Peak Edition. So now we're inside the 61 cubic feet of goodness inside of this Peak Edition. Gray, black, orange. That's our theme here today with the diamond pattern seats, perforation, heating and ventilating, gray on the outsides with the orange stitching all throughout. looking absolutely brilliant with the panoramic sunroof letting in all that natural light here today so we can see this fully illuminated. Now, with that said, you will also see that in our door paneling here, it'll show us some of our spec as well. Injection molded plastic up top, all right, with our checkered pattern bezel right around our nice dark door handles with the the lock buttons with the grills there for the speaker, and here as well you also see the gray insert for the door cards perforated with the stitching there and solid up top with the soft touch on the armrest with orange stitching as well. All your controls there with your trunk release there as well, extra stowage, and then aluminum side seal here, the Atlas branded monster mats, and then you have aluminum dead pedal, brake pedal, and gas pedal with the rubber grippies. Let's close this up. Flat bottom steering wheel, but this one's a little different than normal, right? Because while we do have the nice stitching inside, the VW logo on the airbag there with the 3-spoke design, we also have with the dark trim here, the gloss black Peak Edition moniker there as well. Really cool. Now, you also see that we do have a manual adjust telescopic steering wheel. All right, so we can move this wherever we would like it, and then get it into place, lock it there. Now you also see we have paddle shifters mounted to the back of the steering wheel, so you always know where they are for your shifting. You also see we have our driver assistance here as well with high beam light controls, and for our wipers and washer nozzles, we have it all there. Now when it comes to the steering wheel itself, well, on the left hand side you have your cruise control, and you will have your volume controls for your radio. On the right hand side you'll have your heated steering wheel controls, hands-free voice controls, and you also have your controls to change your radio stations. But you can also change up your digital instrumentation. And you can see for the Peak Edition, we have an orange moniker when it comes to this livery. But we can press View. View will change up the way we're looking at things here, more minimalist designs, or you can bring the tag back here for the Peak Edition. Of course, you have that special Peak Edition moniker with that off-road feel right there in the center. So this one is my favorite, of course, and we're not done because we can also change what's on the left-hand side. You know, we can do assisted systems, all right? We can also go to the right, and we can do this side. We'll do a compass, all right? So compass, of course, that makes the most sense, right, on this side here. So actually, let's go to this side and change it so you can see how all that looks here as well. So it still does the same configuration with what's on the sides, but just changing the configuration between it all over. Now, with that said, you also see for this Peak Edition, we have that checker pattern right here for the bezel, right here, HVAC vents with the dark trim as well, and then gloss black with the nice gray inserts, solid, stitched, and perforated with our low beam light controls and our light bar controls, max front and rear when it comes to our HVAC on the windscreen. Now we have our orange themed touchscreen, 12 inches for this one here. And as you guys can see, this is the system you guys are used to for the Atlas Crossport, especially for the Peak Edition. All right, so you guys have all your controls when it comes to your different menus right here, okay? But you can also take it up a notch, go here to different controls, scroll up and down for that. Notifications up top here as well. Go back to your home screen here. You got your HVAC controls there as well when it comes to your seating, heating and ventilation, dual zone. We'll get more into HVAC controls because we're not done with those yet. We do have this bar down here where you can control your temperature, and you can do it on both sides. We also have volume controls down here fixed as well with the power off button. Now we'll get to more climate controls in just a moment because we do have gloss black and gray going all the way across the dash with this nice pattern here on the dashboard as well, looking really cool. Now, glove box will give us some space inside of there. And then we have right down here our climate controls and a nice dark gray trim. But we're not done because we have a couple other things. Hazard buttons here. Climate for our climate controls. This is the third way we can control our climate controls between Smart, Classic, and Air Care. And we can do everything here as well. You also have mode for drive mode selector. Eco, Comfort, Sport, Custom, Off-Road, and Snow for your different drive modes. Now you also have your parking menu there as well. So you can bring up the backup camera and the parking sensors there. All right. Or we can do our parking or driver's assist there. Sorry, driving assist, not parking assist. Driving assist there. All right. So underneath this, we will see a big central tunnel here with extra space right down below. But the central tunnel will give us that black leatherette feel with the orange stitching, gloss black on top. Now we're missing a couple of things is because we have a door to cover it all up. Wireless phone charging pad, extra storage, and USB-C plugins. We also have our cup holders here with extra storage here. Now gear selector is right here between drive. We can do also drive manual, going back again, neutral, and reverse. We'll bring up that backup camera again. Now P for park, of course. Engine start stop there. electric parking brake right here. Then we have the key fob here, gloss black, chrome like you guys are used to with the VW logo. Flip it over, remote start, panic, lock, trunk release, and unlock there with the physical key fob, just in case the key fob battery dies. You will also see our armrest done with black and orange stitching. Lift that open, and you see extra storage with the USB-C plug in there as well. Then we close that up. We do have our home link controls. Now, this is standard in the 2026 model years for SEs and above. This is technically considered an SE, even though I can compare it to an SEL 4Motion. This is technically an SE. So SEs and above will get the home link and digital rearview mirror controls, as you guys see here. And then you guys will see also up top, we got the SOS button. We also have a one-touch slider for our glass roof and our sunshade there as well, with settings, information, dome lights, everything up top. We do have a big visor with a light and mirror on both the driver and passenger side, so you guys can see that. Overall, the Peak Edition looks brilliant for 2026. Only the additional change, you have that standard when it comes to your home link and everything there. But also, it is just phenomenal without it. It just looks good in here, and nothing has really changed when it comes to the 2026 model year up front. So as I mentioned when we were looking at the cargo, we have 3 rows. Let's check out our 3 rows inside of here because, of course, we're going to have to see what kind of space we have for our 3rd row passengers. When these seats are folded up, we're looking at 39 cubic feet of space when it comes to storage, and I want to show you guys that these seats are going to match a lot of the vibe of what you guys see throughout the interior. All right, diamond pattern for the stitching, orange stitching right here as well, and those nice gray accents all throughout. But 39 cubic feet of space right here. You guys can see how good the ingress and egress is. Folding it back and hopping right in. Now, when we look at space for our 2nd row, well, then we're talking about 56 cubic feet of space. So tons of room back here. As you guys can see, the knee wiggle room is ample. We have the cargo mat to protect the carpet here as well. Storage on the backrest of both the driver and passenger side. HVAC vents here with our LCD screen for our climate controls. And then down here, of course, we do have the USB-C plugins and a 115 volt push. We do also have an armrest here with cup holders as well. You can look up top and see we do have that glass roof letting in a lot of natural lighting. And then, of course, with the door paneling here, same flavors when it comes to the rest of the car. All right, that injection molded plastic, the privacy cover here, or privacy shade here. All right, and then you will see that we do have the nice pattern bezel with the door here, the nice dark gray trim when it comes to the door handle, speaker grill there. We do have the gray inserts here, perforation, stitching, and solid touch there as well, with the nice soft touch on the armrest and orange stitching. We do also have a speaker grill there and extra storage there. Dome light up top, can't forget that. And plenty of space back here in the 2nd row and 3rd row of the Atlas Peak Edition. Now let's break down the sticker of this 2026 Atlas Peak Edition with avocado green pearl exterior and black leatherette with orange stitching interior, 8-speed automatic with Tiptronic 4Motion all-wheel drive, because we start life at $48,060. After our additional options and our $1,475 destination charge, we're looking at a total price of $50,733. Now, how do we get there? I'm getting a little bit of glare here, so what I'm going to do is one-touch slider, and we'll, kind of get that sunshade there to give us a little bit more kind of, shadow effect here. Now, with that said, you guys will see avocado green pearl exterior, no charge. Black leatherette with the orange interior, that's no charge as well. So your exterior and interior are included. Now, the VW prepaid scheduled maintenance contract, that is $305. With the Monster Mat set of 4 with the heavy-duty truck ladder, $296. We also have the Volkswagen logo front door pedal light set of 2, $255. Privacy cover for the cargo area, $231. First aid roadside kit and the roadside assistance kit is also $111. Everything else you see here comes standard. Performance, exterior, interior, technology and convenience, safety and driver assistance. Make sure you guys pause, zoom in, screenshot, do whatever you need to do to see everything that comes standard on this Atlas Peak Edition, especially checking the link in the description below for Volkswagen brand's website link for the full sticker breakdown, like the warranty information at 4 years, 50,000 miles. With that said, what do you guys think about the Atlas Peak Edition? So at $50,733, what are you guys feeling about the new 2026 Atlas Peak Edition? Drop those comments down below. Now, if you guys did enjoy the video today, we'll make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Also, make sure you guys check the links down in the description for Volkswagen brand's website link and their phone number. You guys use those coupon codes, Ron's Rides or Ron's Rebates, and get $500 off your next Volkswagen branded vehicle. And make sure you guys also subscribe to the channel, but click the notification bell so you don't miss one video. And we will see you guys in the next one. Peace.